help celebrate Cari's 40th birthday. So thank you all. I want to say a special thanks to the friends who helped make this night possible. The planning, all the details. If it wasn't for them, I'd be standing on 3 cases of Busch Light in the back of the nice Columbus somewhere, just north of Kalamazoo. So thank you. So those girls, ladies, are in no particular order. Shannon.
Hold on a minute. What was the second name? Wait. What was next? Lead.
Nicole and Kelly.
It's not about us. No, I guess it's not about us. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, all 4 of you, for the time you put into this, the creativity, the work, and most importantly,
The lying.
your pathological ability to lie. It's really top notch. But really, your friendship for Cari and me, it's really wonderful. I appreciate it. Cari does too. No, I like it. I'd stack 2 chairs if I could, but
I always wanted to be 6'3".
it's right.
Or higher.
I'm finally at a high level with Jill. So the past 4 weeks or so have spent a lot of planning activity, and almost on a daily basis I was engaged in this process of secretive phone calls and emails and text messages to these women.
Like as usual.
Yeah, it's kind of familiar. So, Tiger, watch out. I won't be But I'd like to share one story from this whole planning process with you. It was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I received a correspondence from my dear friend Nicole, which, you know, on the surface seemed like this very sincere and nice offer to get the girls together with me, talk about party planning. But as I read this email, it became apparent to me that this was really not so much an offer as a mandate or a memorandum saying, we will be meeting at this specific date, at this time, we've already decided location. And what's more, it became apparent to me that, you know, my attendance, you know, was certainly acceptable, maybe even encouraged, but definitely not mandated. Either way, this thing was going on.
You were a token.
Yeah. I understood my place, and I graciously and gratefully said, I'll be there, and I showed up as I was instructed. So, I showed up, a little anxious, because guys, we don't do party planning meetings, you know. I didn't have a DNA, you know. So I was a little anxious, and with some anxiety and trepidation, I entered the Robertson house that night, not sure what to expect. And that anxiety quickly turned to excitement and maybe even a little arousal. When the first word out of Nicole's mouth was, is anyone interested in a little menage a trois?
Menage a quatre.
So, those next moments seemed like hours. And I didn't recall that I was still breathing, or my heart was still going, and I knew I didn't know the right thing to say, so I just sort of nodded and said, I'm in. Well, that excitement didn't last long, because I came to learn that menage a trois is a mid-priced California red wine. So, I enjoyed my glass of red wine, and the closest thing I'll ever get to menage a trois is Cari's closest friend. So, we got on to the business of planning this party. Ideas were birthed, and some were not supported. So for all of you guys who I promised a cage dancer, that one got narrowly voted down by a 4-to-1 vote. So we planned, and 2 hours later, I emerged from my first G4 summit meeting. The whole details were planned, and I had not a single responsibility for tonight. So thank you all.
Other than paying the bill.
Yeah.
Exactly. Woo! We love to spend your money, Jeff.
Clearly, right? Right. So thank you what you did to make tonight such a special night for Cari. So speaking of Cari, the reason we're here, our guest of honor. Yeah. You might think it would be easy to talk about your wife on her 40th birthday. I mean, you know, nobody knows her or spends more time with her than me, right? Well, except for Nicole. Somewhere in the top 5. So you might think it would be easy, but I found it actually to be very difficult. It's hard to reduce 40 years of life and 10 years of marriage into a couple of hundred words. So this was actually very difficult for me. What I can say about my wife is that she's the most thoughtful, honest, and faithful person I've ever met. That's who she is. That's how she lives her life. That's Cari.
Right.
She's a loving wife. She's a devoted mother, and she's a friend to all. I'm convinced that there are very few people like Cari in the world, and I feel honored and fortunate spending my life with her. So, Cari, this evening is my gift to you. And I hope...
Give it to Jeff.
And my hope tonight is that at least for a few hours, you feel like the most special girl in the world, because you are the most special girl in my world. So, everybody please raise your glass and join me in saying, Cari, happy birthday, we love you.